go. Yes. Get it. Folks, you cannot see her in the background, but welcome to another episode of What's Up with Matthew Sitz. I'm your host, Matthew Sitz, and we're going to get right to it. We took a little break. I think we all needed it, and we're back. We're going to bring in our guest, and this is our very own new Director of Education, Kamilah Rashied. Kamilah, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Hey, how are you?
I'm okay. I'm hanging in there during the apocalypse.
Oh my goodness, no kidding. Well, you look amazing.
Thank you. Most people who know me know that I think that there's an outfit for every occasion, even a pandemic.
That's right.
There's a look for that.
That's right, there is. Well, your look is on point.
Thank you. I appreciate you, sir.
Or the kids, what are the kids saying? What are they saying now? Lit, on fleek? I don't know. That's probably out of date now, too. I don't even know.
No, I mean, I feel like that's my understanding of the latest phrases are probably on par with yours. And I'm sure it's by the time we know it, there's 10 more phrases that we don't know are the ones we say now. So,
yeah, exactly.
So I would say lit. I think that's what the kids say, but maybe that's not true anymore.
Well, I mean, I'm expecting you to teach me because you're the Director of Education on what the kids are saying these days.
I mean, I'm sure I'll learn, in the school year, the new things that kids are saying and doing. But to be honest, nothing will change that are from the 80s. And you tend to, whatever era you were in culturally in your pubescence, like, teen years, you kind of just stay there. And that for me was the 90s. So I'm probably gonna look like a cool throwback to young people, but actually I'm just stuck there. I'm just stuck in 1996.
Kamilah, so we actually haven't met each other in person yet. This is actually our first one-on-one conversation since you've joined us as our new Director of Education. I'm just kind of wondering how you're doing during this pandemic. What's keeping you busy during this quarantine process?
Meetings. So many Zoom meetings.
I can't imagine.
It doesn't change. The things that you're responsible for don't change just because you can't be physically present. So I still sit in, budget meetings and visioning meetings about like the future of where the organization is going, contingency planning around how do you run a theater when you can't have any face-to-face contact. So I think I've been in a lot of intense discussions about the future in the broadest sense, like thinking beyond the pandemic, and then also in the very immediate sense around political and civic unrest in Chicago and around the country. And then also in the sense of like, how do we actually pivot in the very near term around the limitations of the moment because of health, wanting to make sure that we can ensure the health of everyone who comes to our space. So.
You talked a little bit about it. What's it like? You just joined us during this pandemic. What's it like starting a job in the middle of a pandemic?
You lose a lot of the human connection, obviously, that you would usually be able to kind of intuit and just sort of naturally have by the nature of being in the same physical space as people. But I think in a way, then to have that, you have to be very intentional in a way that I think in without the pandemic's restrictions, you might take for granted. So I actually think that a lot of my conversations with my new colleagues have just been really sincere and very pointed and intentional, and sometimes very serious, just because you have to want to have the communication you're having on purpose to have it. And so I think there's more depth there than there might be if I was just starting and people were like, oh, that's that new lady around, down the hall, and hi, and I'll see you at some point,
Right.
We can't do that. And so we have to very much want to be in each other's company. So I think that in a way is a plus, like a positive.
Can you write a book on that? I will buy that. That is amazing. I need that. Can you be my guidance counselor?
I mean, I feel like I am that lady. I am that on retainer lady for life questions. So you can certainly join the roster. I do have, as somebody who's made public programs for a really long time, I do have some very deeply personal ideas about the importance of being together. And I think most people who know me really well will say that I'm very intense, but I think what they mean by that is like, she doesn't do anything for no reason. Like she thinks deeply about everything. So I care a lot about how I show up in the world and how I am a steward of like the kind of world I want to see. And I kind of am astringent about that. I kind of never really let that go. So I think that is, people appreciate that about me, but I also think sometimes I could probably be more fun as a result. I think it makes me a very serious person, a deep thinker all the time as a result.
And you kind of talked a little bit, you've done everything. I mean, I'm looking at your bio right here. You've worked everywhere. Where haven't you worked? I mean, folks, listen to this. If you haven't seen the bio on our website or social media, I mean, Kamilah's worked at the Art Institute of Chicago, the School of the Art Institute, University of Illinois, Chicago Park District, Chicago Public Library, Illinois Humanities, Arts Alliance Illinois, Rebuild Foundation, OTV, if you don't know what that is, look that up. Hyde Park Arts Center, we love them. Young Chicago Authors, love them. Victory Gardens Theater, Chicago Shakespeare Theater, among others. Come on. So we are super blessed and lucky and happy to have you. So.
I'm so embarrassed. I don't know if you can see how red my face is, but I will say this. I cannot take credit alone for that list. I have so many great colleagues and peers across the city who believe in collaboration as much as I do and want to collaborate as much as I do. So many of those relationships and projects kind of grew organically out of relationships that already existed or were shared goals for our city and for our young people. So I feel like that list sometimes can be misleading because then people think, well, at independent time, she worked at each of those organizations. Sure. And some of them I did, but a lot of the work that I do goes out into the community. It requires many partnerships and collaborations. And so that list for me is like the relationships that I think I'm most proud of and some of the work that I think is most special. And certainly collaborations that have informed me deeply, not just like as a professional, but as a person. And I just like the work that they do or the things we were able to do together. So just know I was multitasking for a lot of that time.
Oh, of course. And you know what, folks, what I'm hearing from Kamilah is another reason why I love her is she shares the wealth. She's not saying, oh, it's all about me. She's sharing the wealth and it's not just me. And those of you that are looking for Kamilah, you can't have her. Court, we've got her. You can't have her for now. You can have her off hours, no problem.
You can come visit. When we can be together again, you can come visit me at the court.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's we get visitors all the time. Kamilah, this next question, it's going to sound like a job interview, and it's not a job interview, I promise. I'm really actually just interested in your thoughts, and I think the people and our patrons and our viewers will be interested too. What are some of the things, like kind of like give me the short version of what's your vision for the next chapter of education at Court Theater?
I really am interested in doing the things that we do even better. And I've talked a lot with our leadership across like the executive level and our board about a lot of the potential that is sort of inherently there that we just need to more fully realize. Obviously, I want to see deeper and more ongoing investment across CPS schools. So like I've been talking actually a lot in meetings the last 2 weeks with CPS Central Office, with our residents, our schools, and where we have artists in residence, and just basically talking to our teachers in CPS and saying, what do you love about what we're doing? What can we improve? What would you like to see in the future? Because that collaborative spirit to me is like a way of working. It's not just a desire to share the wealth. I think it's also about sharing co-authorship, like sharing the design of where we're going. I say this a lot, but I think it's really true. You can't say it's for the community and then not include them in the process of your making. So to me, the low-hanging fruit was like just to go meet with everybody and say, how is this working for you? And what is of value for you in this relationship so we can continue to do that? And then what do you see as a vision for the future so we can start to build that? The good news is that educators had really superlative things to say, and they just really wanted to have more time more energy, more access to our artists and to relationship building, project building with us. So a lot of what I'm thinking about is how to like double down on the things that we do right. I certainly see opportunities for out of school time, summertime, and just growing our partnership relationships that are already there, whether that's through more CPS relationships or within the U Chicago Arts Block with the Amplify. Like I sit on the committee for Amplify, which includes organizations like the Logan Center and the Smart Museum of Art, Arts and Public Life. And so I'm really interested in figuring out how do we create opportunities for youth through those existing relationships.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's a wealth of resource there. And really, I think through my peers on the Amplify committee, like they are really actually thinking and interested in how we can collaborate and do more for young people and for educators.
Right.
So to me, that's like a gold mine. I can't wait to dig deep into how do we actually create more resources for our youth through those organizations at court. And then beyond that, youth voice. I really want to make new channels where we just get to hear from them unfiltered. And I really want to focus our educators' attention outside of some of the staple programming we do, like the August Wilson Monologue Competition. I want us to also focus and double down our efforts on just some recent projects we've done. Like we did a digital project with Ingenuity through some of our partner schools last year.
Mm-hmm.
Some of that work unfortunately got cut short because of the pandemic for a project we were supposed to do in the spring. And so I'm really, through that and this current virtual monologue competition that we have going, I want to actually find ways to take that stuff and absorb it into what we always do, so that they're not just like special events or special moments, but that there's a space on an ongoing basis for young people to make their own content and share it.
I love that. That's amazing. Well, there you have it, folks. Man, I can't wait. Ooh, I'm getting goosebumps as I'm so excited. Well, thank you for sharing that. That's a little bit about Kamilah. And I think now we're going to play some games. Kamilah, are you ready?
Oh, I think so.
Yeah. Okay. Well, this first game is called Picture This, and the category, everybody, is sports. Now, I'm a sports guy. Are you a sports person? Don't start yet.
I'm more of a football person.
Okay.
And sometimes a soccer person.
Yes.
I have been to baseball games before. I have been to a few Sox games and I did enjoy it. But I'm not as much of a baseball person.
Gotcha. Me too. Soccer is my main sport. I love it.
Nice.
Love it. Okay.
All the footballs. Yeah.
All the football. Yeah. All the footballs.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you have your first prompt of sports?
There are three.
Oh, you have all three?
There are three different ones, yeah.
Okay, so the first one, you have 1 minute.
Okay.
Okay, so just draw the first one.
Okay.
And everybody, the clock starts now. And here we go. It's a circle. It's a sport. Is it a sport? No. Tennis. Baseball.
Yes.
Baseball. Okay, great. That's a bat. That's a ball. Great. All right, you got a point. We're on a roll, folks. All right, nice job. All right, here we go. And you got the next one, and the clock starts now, Kamilah. It's another ball. Wow, who would have thought? Soccer.
Yes! 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 Y'all gave me an easy topic. Thank you.
Oh, well, we were almost going to do education, but then that would have been hard for me. So
it would have just been me drawing a book over and over again. Yeah.
Yeah. Kamilah, you got 2 points. All right, here we go. And the third one, and the clock starts now. Let me guess. It's a ball. No. Okay. It's an umbrella. It's a net. Oh, is it basketball?
Yes.
The basketball. Oh, yes, man.
I'm trying to draw a net.
The net. Yep. There
really
it is.
Bad.
That's a net. That's a net like I grew up with. Holy smokes.
I'm trying to do. Oh my God, we would clear that so no one can see it. Okay.
Oh, they're all going to see it. All right. And our next game is this or that. And folks, this is this or that. Kamilah, are you ready?
Yes.
All right, here we go. Kamilah, coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Soup or salad?
Soup.
Beach or forest?
Beach.
Book or movie?
Book.
Cats or dogs?
Dogs.
Batman or Robin?
It depends.
You're taking too long. Peanut butter or jelly?
Peanut butter.
Classical or jazz?
Jazz.
Back to Batman or Robin?
Batman.
Okay.
I mean, it depends because I'm a little bit of a nerd because if you mean the cartoon, then certainly certainly Robin. If you mean the television show, then certainly Catwoman. Option 3. And if you mean the movie, then yes, Batman.
Ooh. Which
I was like, I can't answer. I can't.
That's fair. We'll give that to you. All right, I'm going to put you even more on the spot. In Batman in the movie, which actor? I feel like there's been 37 actors playing Batman.
Michael Bale, I think, did a good job.
Christian Bale?
Christian Bale, yes. I'm sorry. I was confusing Michael Keaton, who I also liked, and Christian Bale. And so maybe if they were together, Michael Bale. But yes, I will say that Christian Bale, I think, did the best version I've seen. But I also liked Michael Keaton's one when Batman was kind of like a little tongue-in-cheek, a little funny. Like more in the legacy of the TV show where it was less serious, the franchise. I kind of like Michael Keaton. And also Danny DeVito's
Penguin.
That was amazing. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, so clearly I have seen a lot of Batman.
Ooh, I love it. Let's have a Batman watch party in the lobby when we can all get in there on the big 87-inch screen TV.
I'm game.
Let's do it. Kamilah, it's the last game of the episode. Everybody's favorite, the Wheel of Wonder.
The Wheel of Wonder.
Okay.
I know it scares everybody. It scares me every time. Let's bring in our production assistant, Mr. Bodie Sitz. Bodie, are you there?
Yep.
All right, come stand right here. All right, say hi, Kamilah.
Hi, Kamila.
You're so cute.
All righty. So here's how this works, Kamilah. Bodie is going to give this wheel behind me a huge spin, and whatever it lands on in that envelope, you have to do.
Okay.
Okay. Are you ready?
I think so.
Okay, Bodie, give that sucker a big spin. That's a good spin, buddy. All right, so it landed on this one, and then Kamilah, we're going to give you a chance. Do you want to use this envelope, or do you want to go with another one?
I guess we might as well use that one. I have no idea what's in it.
I know, and I don't either. Ever since I put these in the envelope, I have no clue what's in these. Thanks, buddy. Why don't you go in the other room, okay? Folks, I'm going to keep it right here, and I'm nervous. I'm so nervous. Oh, my goodness. This is great. This one's easy for you. This is Ask Matthew Sitz any question you want.
What is your zodiac sign?
My zodiac sign? That's a good question. I'm in between. I'm on a cusp. So my birthday is June 21st. So that's in between Cancer and Gemini, right?
I would say, yeah, right on the cusp. Like I think Gemini ends on June 22nd, I want to say.
Right. So
you're definitely a cusp.
Yeah. So I never really focused on them, but I read them for fun. And then of course I'm like, oh my goodness, that's so true. Oh my goodness, that's so true. Oh my goodness, that's so true. So I call myself a Cancer. I am a Cancer. Does that answer?
With Gemini influences.
With Gemini influences, yes. Does that answer a lot of questions now that about me? Now that you know I'm a Cancer.
It affirms the vibes I'm getting. It affirms vibes for me. Yeah.
Are they good vibes?
Yeah, I mean, I think that air sign people, like Geminis are air signs, and if you're on the cusp, I mean, you might still be an air sign. I'm not positive, but I think that air sign people are sociable. So and have bold personalities and enjoy humor, and so I'm like, okay, this affirms some things to me that are obviously there, right?
Here we are, yeah. Kamilah, what's your zodiac sign?
I am a Gemini. I'm a Gemini sun, I'm a Gemini moon, and I'm a Sagittarius rising. So,
you know what? That affirms a lot of things. that this all makes sense, Kamilah.
I tell
people, folks, thanks very much. That's our episode. No.
I tell people all the time, you're getting 4 people at any given time, that you're talking to the 4 of us at any given time, because I have so much Gemini in my chart. So.
Ooh, that's fun. So which one are we talking to now? I'm just kidding. That's fun. Well, that was a lot of fun. Kamilah, wow, it was so nice to just have a little one-on-one with you, and I can't wait to share this with our patrons. Is there anything you want to say or share with the viewers at home that are watching this?
I want to say hi. I think I usually don't get opportunities like this to talk to our express audience and say hey, nice to meet you. And I look forward to seeing you at a play very soon in person. So I think that would be my main message is hello out there, and take care of yourselves.
Yeah, I love that. Well, folks, just knowing Kamilah virtually, you are in for a major treat. Kamilah is amazing. I can't wait to meet you in person, Kamilah, just like our patrons, and I'm sure they're going to be great. Thank you so much. I'm Matthew Sitz with Kamilah Rashied and our new Director of Education at Court. And that's it, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. Bye, everybody.